on today's episode of Uncut Gems with Slim.
The congratulations are always going to be louder than the people who are in your corner when you're down, when you're out. It's only going to be maybe one or two people who can help support you through the lows. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Jasmine, better known as Slim Reshae, the host of Uncut Gems with Slim. And you guys, we are back. Guess who is back and better than ever? Your girl, okay? So I'm super excited to have you guys back with me here on the podcast. Y'all, so we went through 52 episodes from our debut. 52 episodes, 52 weeks of consistently showing up and showing out and giving you guys the podcast. I mean, I really stretched myself and pushed myself hard to put out all those episodes for you guys consistently, week after week after week, no matter whether I was like on vacation, whether I was working like every day of the month, like your girl was working, okay? And I wanted to make sure that I showed you guys how consistency can help you get steps closer to your goals and things like that. So hitting 52 weeks, yes, by the time I hit the finish line, y'all, I was just laid out and tired, but I was so proud of me and you for showing up for the podcast. So I just wanted to take this moment to appreciate you guys and share my gratitude with you guys for just sticking with me, supporting me, and actually being invested in the content that I'm sharing with you. Uncut Gems with Slim was basically kind of formulated just off of me wanting to share the things and the lessons that I've learned so far in my 26 years of life. And so I just want to share different like gems with you guys that I wish like I would have known sooner, or that just helped me in general, and I feel like they will help you as well. So I know we got a new look, okay? Right now we are filming at Reshae Price Studios. We love Reshae Price and her creative studio. Like, if you are in the area, make sure you check it out. But we'll be testing out different areas for this season. But, you know, we're rolling with the punches. We got upgraded equipment. Do you hear me? We got upgraded equipment. Come on, somebody. The Lord is faithful now. So y'all, pray. Keep praying, because he's faithful and he will show up and show out. All right. Oh, so anyway, so now that we've covered everything since we've been gone, so the last episode was it back in August, and now we are finally in October. If you've been paying attention on YouTube, we've definitely started rolling out some of the educational content. So the YouTuber beginner series that I started on my main channel is now housed on Uncut Gems with Slim. So I just wanted to start rolling those out week by week up until today's debut of season 1 of Uncut Gems with Slim. And you might be like, well, girl, we done did 52 episodes. How is this season 1? Well, let me tell you. So we did weekly episodes since our debut, and that was like the kind of schedule I wanted to go with, but being realistic with how I can dedicate my time, making sure that I'm giving you guys quality content and not just getting on here rambling and wasting your time. I decided, or I kind of talked with a few of my fellow creatives, and I decided that it would be best for me to upload the podcast in seasons, especially because our YouTuber beginner series is coming back in reinvented as Slim's Creators series, which will be housed on this YouTube channel, and it'll show you guys, how to edit your photos, how to edit videos, like any creative, like educational content that you want to see, whether it's Photoshop, Canva, all of that, like that is going to be coming on this channel. So with that being said, I wanted to come out with seasons. So just like your favorite TV show, we're giving you 10 episodes per season, and the seasons will, I guess they'll be like seasonal. It'll probably be roughly about 4 seasons a year. That's 40 weeks, okay? That's 40 compared to 52 is close. So right now, this is our first season, and I decided to call it Real Life Goals. All right, so I know y'all been like, girl, you've been talking for a minute and you didn't even get to the meat of in the potatoes of the story, but we're getting there. So I just want to make sure I let you guys know like what's new, what's popping, what's good.
Real quick, I just wanted to take a moment and pause and ask, are you subscribed? Make sure you subscribe to us on all podcast streaming platforms and check out the visual on YouTube at Uncut Gems with Slim. Lastly, don't forget we are also on Instagram. Follow us on Insta to get motivational snippets, episode highlights, and so much more. Now, let's get back to today's episode.
So, this season is called Real Life Goals, and each week we'll be diving into like different gems that just represent what real life goals should look like, because on social media we have all these different kinds of like goals and aspirations. Like I want to Maybach. Does people say that? Do people say that? Well, like, or like I want a G-Wagon and I want this amount of money in my bank account and I want to do all these things. And I feel like those should not be the real life goals that we have. Real life goals should be health. It can be wealth. It can be like just a whole bunch of different things, but sometimes those real life goals get clouded by what we see on social media as relationship goals, as business goals, as boss goals. Like you see it all the time. They'll post like, women with 9 to 5s who are like working their job faithfully. Like that's still goals. Don't let social media fool you. And that's kind of what this whole season is about. It's about real life goals, what actually matters in life, and how to achieve those real life goals. So with that being said, we're going to hop into episode 1, season 1 of Uncut Gems with Slim. So let's get into it. I'm going to be referencing my laptop because y'all know I got to write down my notes, so I'm going to be rambling. And so today's episode is called You Are Not Alone. # Together is Better. Together is better, and I really mean that, because a lot of times, even lately, I've been feeling in a space where sometimes I feel a little alone. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I don't even like dogs. And the other day I was thinking and I was like, getting a little puppy might not be too bad, because then when I come home I'll have something that'll just love on me and just be excited to see me, someone I can like puppy talk to. And I was like, girl, you tripping, because you cannot do no animals. But the point is, there's times in our life where we all feel like we're alone. We feel lonely, and we have resources around us, but we don't really like use them. You might feel like other people are too busy or they don't have time to listen to your problems and things like that. But the reality is, God puts people in your life to be a resource for you. Like, don't use the people and, abuse your accessibility to them, but you have people in your life for a reason. And so like, we're in a new day and age, y'all, where COVID has turned what used to be normal upside down, period. And the majority of our world has experienced an unimaginable amount of loss over the past year and a half. And so we have been mentally literally stretched to our wits' end, where we feel depleted, we're mentally exhausted from trying to maintain our day-to-day lives while functioning in a world that we've never experienced in our lifetime prior to COVID-19. And so basically, it's a very unique time right now, because we all literally have globally experienced something that has all impacted us. Everyone has probably experienced loss, if not experienced loss in your immediate family. Like, someone probably experienced loss. You've experienced a lack of social interaction with social distancing, with virtual learning and working from home, all those things. Like, we have all gone through this traumatic experience, and we're all trying to figure out how to cope with something that we've never coped with before. And what's different is, because everyone has been affected, it's like everyone's experiencing the same thing, but it's hard to like want to go to other people about it, because you feel like they're going through something too. So like, who do I go to? And then you start to feel alone, like, okay, well, I don't want to go to them because they just experienced loss in their family, and so they probably don't want to hear about how I'm not feeling my job anymore. They're gonna be like, girl, that's not important. Like, we don't care. And so we start to think that we're alone and we can't talk to other people because we know other people are going through things that may seem more important or are more important. Like I said, we're in a time where we've adjusted to minimal in-person social interaction. We're working from home. We're engulfed in social media now more than ever, and people are just feeling alone. Like, you see people living their best lives on Instagram and doing all these things, but really, are we living our best lives? Are we really happy? Do we really feel like comfort? Do we feel content with life? Or are we just saying we're living our best life because I took a vacation to Tulum to escape all my problems and I got a few cute pictures, so I'm gonna post it like I'm living my best life, but as soon as I get back off the plane, I'm miserable again. I feel lonely again. I don't have anyone to go to. Do you feel alone? Okay, a lot of y'all going on group trips, but you still feel alone. And if you feel attacked, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to attack you, but I'm just bringing the reality of the matter at hand. Like, a lot of us are feeling alone, and you are not alone. Literally, if you ask the person sitting next to you, they are probably experiencing something similar to what you are going through, or they can relate to what you are going through. And a lot of times we feel like, oh, well, I'm the only one going through this and I just don't have no one to go to because no one's going to be able to relate. No one's going to understand. This pandemic has literally showed us that everyone is going through something. I don't know, the pandemic just kind of represents to me how we all are going through things, but now the pandemic has just given us like a blunt view of how all of us are the same. We are one and the same. Everyone is human. Everyone goes through stuff. Everyone experiences loss. Everyone gets sad. Everyone be happy sometimes. Like, we're one of a kind, but we are one and the same. Okay? So it's like, don't feel like you're alone because you're not. And so when I say you are not alone, like, you aren't. Like, not only is God with you, but he's placed people in your lives for you to lean into. And I had to realize that when I was having my like creator's block. I feel like I had to realize there are people in my life that I can lean on. And even though like some of my friends, like, I don't want to go to them because I feel like they're worried about their stuff. So why should I come to them telling them like, oh my gosh, like, I feel like my content isn't as good as it used to be? Or if I'm experiencing self-doubt with my own creativity, like, but my friend is experiencing loss due to COVID or something else, like, I'm not gonna want to go to them because I feel like what I need help with isn't relevant. But at the end of the day, what you need help with is relevant. What you want to talk to someone else about is relevant, even though they might be going through something that is in no relation to what you're going through. You can still reach out to those people because the Lord puts those people in your life for a reason. Like, I have friends who like are going through family things and just different things, but every time I happen to reach out to them or they reach out to me and I start communicating with them like how I'm feeling creative wise and stuff like that, they still are a great source for me, and they're very encouraging and things like that. And in those moments I'm like, dang, like, I could have reached out to you a month ago when I was feeling like this, and you would have given me the advice that I needed to keep pushing forward instead of trying to struggle through it throughout the month because I was scared to come to you because I thought you were too busy living your own life. And with that being said, I looked up Ecclesiastes 4:9-12, the easy to read version, because y'all know I be struggling. I'm still working on it, but I'm working on it. So anyway, this is the easy to read version, and it says 2 people are better than 1. When 2 people work together, they get more work done. If one person fails, the other person can reach out to help. But those who are alone, when they fall, have no one to help them. If 2 people sleep together, they will be warm. But a person sleeping alone will not be warm. An enemy might be able to defeat one person, but 2 people can stand back to back and defend each other. And 3 people are even stronger. They are like a rope that has 3 parts wrapped together. It is very hard to break. Now more than ever is the time for us to lean in and call on our support system, y'all. Like, we are better together. We are stronger together. If you're going through something and you have a friend that you can reach out to and y'all talk through, they can support you through it. And you're gonna be able to fight whatever you're fighting a lot easier when you have that support pushing behind you. So I don't condone fighting now. I ain't never been in a real fight. But I'd imagine if me and one of my homegirls pulled up and we had to fight somebody, even though I don't condone jumping people. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be easier to win if you on the side with more people than if you on the side with yourself. And so that's a perfect example of how, like, alone is not better than than having community around you. This is one thing that's so important. Everyone needs to be checked on. The strong friend, the weak friend, the quiet friend, the loud friend, everyone needs to be checked on. I can't emphasize it enough. Like, take a moment today to just reach out to somebody and check on them. Like, I don't care if it's someone from high school, someone from college that you haven't spoken to in a while, just check on somebody today. Make it a point to try and check on people, like, at least once a week or something like that, because everyone needs to be checked on. You don't know what people are going through. A lot of people can put on a good mask. Like, a lot of people can come out and they can look like Freddy Krueger, and you'll think they Freddy Krueger, and behind all of that, they are a crying little baby because they are going through stuff, but they know how to put on a face where you don't realize anything is going on. So make sure you check on people, and don't just hit them with the, how are you doing? You gotta hit them with the, how are you really doing? Tell the truth. Like, if you don't feel like you can open up to me, well, first of all, if I'm checking on you, you should feel like you can open up to me, but make sure you check on somebody, because everyone needs to be checked on. And with all of this being said, God wants community for us. So take heed and utilize the support he has surrounded you with. So for me, I'm going to start leaning on my friends more. I'm going to start reaching out to them, my family, and just reaching out to them, making sure they know that I'm a safe place for them and they're a safe place for me. So if I reach out and check up on them, eventually, if they care about you, they'll start checking in on you too. But a lot of times we just feel like other people, like, they're living their life. They don't have time for us. They don't have time for us. But you make time for people that you care about and people that you love. And with that being said, however you are feeling, like, talk to somebody. Literally talk to somebody. Like, if you're feeling down, even if you're feeling happy, like, when you experience something and there's congratulations to be said, like, you are quick to post on Facebook, post on Instagram, and be like, oh my gosh, y'all, like, I reached 100 subscribers, or like, we about to hit 1,000 subscribers. Like, that's something exciting that I want to share. And yes, we should share our wins with people who support us, but the congratulations are always going to be louder than the people who are in your corner when you're down, when you're out. It's only going to be maybe one or two people who can help support you through the lows, but everyone's going to clap when you up high. So you got to make sure that you're not only talking to people when you're getting wins and you're achieving your real life goals, but you're talking to people when you're going through the valleys, when you're experiencing things that you feel like you're the only one going through it. When there's people around you, God put people around you that you don't even know until you talk to them, that they've experienced something that can help you get through what you're going through. All you got to do is talk to people. And I don't mean put your business out there and, just calling every time Dick and Harry just to be like, hey, I'm feeling real bad, or sympathy posts. A lot of people do sympathy posts, but it's really not helpful because they're actually not getting help. They're just getting sympathy from people. Reach out to people who actually care about you, people who know you. And if you don't have that person, talk to God. I mean, even if you do have that person, talk to God. But outside of that, one of my very good friends, Kiera, she has a brand that she helps people when it comes to, like, if you don't have someone to talk to and you need health, mental health awareness, like all those things. She actually has a website that is very helpful for people who don't have anyone who they can talk to. So this website basically gives them that space to talk to someone so they can get advice, help, all those things. And I will leave the link in the description box in the show notes, but it's called loveandforgive.co. Again, that's loveandforgive.co. Kiera has been on the podcast before, but she is such a great source for like mental health awareness. She's such a great source just for information in general because she's been through things, she's experienced things, and so she's a book of knowledge and a book of wisdom, and like that is one of our friends that I can go to at any time. And so with that being said, I know her website. If you need someone who you can talk to, or you need like just resources to be able to gather your thoughts and know that you're not alone, you can reach out to loveandforgive.co and reach out to her so you can get some input, insight, and you can get someone to listen, because we all need someone to listen to us when we're going through stuff. And that is pretty much it. I know this episode was pretty long, but I hope you guys enjoyed the debut season 1 episode 1 of Real Life Goals, called You Are Not Alone. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I ramble. Moving forward, we'll jump straight into it, but I just wanted to welcome you guys back with open arms. So excited to have you guys stick with me on this journey. Super excited. We're on the road to 1K, so make sure you guys subscribe down below. Again, this week's real life goal is to lean in and lean on your community. You are not alone, and we are stronger together. So make sure you lean on those friends. Don't take advantage, but lean on those friends, lean on those family members, and just appreciate the community that's around you and allow them to do what they're supposed to do. Community is there for you to lean on them. They're not just there to be like little trinkets on a Christmas tree. Like, they are literally there to help you. So I don't know why I said trinkets on a Christmas tree, but anyway, community is there to help you guys, for you to lean on them and for you to get support from them. And don't forget that you are a part of a community. So outside of yourself, when you're leaning on others for, to help you and make you feel like you are not alone, those kind of things, remember, you are a part of someone else's community. So if someone comes to you and they need someone to lean on, make sure you're being that open and listening ear, so you can help them as well, because we all work together in this world. Literally, like, we're all here for a reason. So you want to make sure that you are not only leaning on people, but you're being someone that can be leaned on. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I love y'all so much, man. Like, I came chilling because I was excited. I felt like I wanted to just keep this real, keep it like we just talking like you my homegirl, homeboy, and we just having candid conversation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned next week for episode 2. Episode 2, we are talking about in due time and trusting the process. So make sure you guys tune in next week. Subscribe. Like I always say, I love y'all. Follow us on Instagram, all those things. And until next week. When you're back, when you need to find your purpose, come this way. Uncut Gems with Slim, yeah, that's her name. Uncut Gems.